So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys where I've been since October, November, because that's pretty much when I stopped posting videos and vlogs and things like that. And the reason why I disappeared is because, as you can see from some of my last few vlogs, I wasn't able to stay in school. I was going to be a 5th year, graduating with my 2nd major and a minor, but I wasn't able to really stay in school because I didn't have the money. I already used all my financial aid the previous 4 years, and I really wasn't able to come up with any more money. So like the 2nd or 3rd week of school, I had to withdraw from the university, and I was still in Athens, working at Speedway. Then my sister started getting on me about getting another job, so I started applying to a million places, got a few interviews, and then finally I had an interview at the job that I'm at now. And I pretty much had to take it because they were gonna pay me pretty much double what I was making at Speedway. So I had to get up through, had to go get to the money, to the check. And that's what I did. I went ahead and took that job, and I've been there for like 7-8 months now. I started in November. So I moved back here to Columbus with my sister. Since then, I've just been working. A lot of other things been going on. The number one reason why I haven't been able to put up videos around that time has been the fact that my computer was broke, and literally I went to the Apple store and they told me it's gonna cost like $800 or something, and I was like, huh? Excuse me? And they also told me like, oh, your computer has third-party parts, so we can't work on it. It has water damage, da 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 da. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? And my dad had like my step uncle work on it, and technically it's been okay. Hasn't been that great, because even though the initial problem is gone, it hasn't been doing that anymore, which my mouse was going out. I don't know what he did, but my mouse has been working. But the only thing is that my Final Cut Pro is now like not working. The frames keep dropping, but it wasn't doing that before I sent it down there for him to work on it. So I'm like, what is going on? And plus, also, he did something where it messed up my password, so I had to go get that reset at the Apple store as well. So that was giving me issues, the fact that I couldn't like even do anything as simple as changing the time on my computer, because somehow he had changed the password and cleared my old password out. So a lot of computer problems. Number one reason why I haven't been able to upload, because definitely need the computer to do that. Dropped out of college, went ahead and applied for the major I had already got, which is music production through the Scripps Communication College, and went ahead and applied for that. But also, since I withdrew from the university but had gone for like 3 weeks or a month or something, I had to pay back like $1,200 to the university, and I was having to do that. Plus I had signed a lease and couldn't get out of my lease, so I was having to pay for an apartment I wasn't even staying in. So that was $540 every single month since November till May, and I wasn't even living there. So that was going on as well, in the midst, in the background of everything, all the bills I had to pay. Then another thing that was going on in the background of all of that is that I was having teeth problems. My teeth were hurting on this side, and it was like 2 on this side. And when I went to the OSU like dentist school, they told me like, oh, you're gonna need a root canal. So they did like an emergency root canal and on one tooth, and then the pain wasn't that bad afterwards, but there was still some pain. So I'm like, oh my god, there must be something wrong with the other tooth that was right beside it. And so literally I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the dentist, trying to figure out what is going on with my tooth. And they kept saying, you need a root canal, you don't need a root canal, you do need a root canal. Oh, we don't want to do a root canal because if it's not a root canal and we do a root canal, it's too intrusive, blah 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 blah. So ultimately nothing has been done with that tooth. But you know what, when I started thinking about it, I was like, Amber, you're working at Speedway, you have to eat pretty much what's there. And I was literally waking, because I wanted to have the rest of my day to do stuff and apply for applications, so I was working at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, at Speedway 5-6 o'clock in the morning. So I would get me a little mini coffee like every day. Then come lunchtime, your girl got her favorite little Speedway slushy thing. I forget what it's called. What is it called? Speedway Freeze, something like that. I would get that pretty much every day for lunch. Maybe got a refill or two. So I started thinking, Amber, you never really drink soda and stuff like that all the time, or coffee, and then randomly you were, and then that's when your teeth started hurting. So I haven't really been drinking stuff all like that because I haven't been working at Speedway, of course. And now that I got my teeth like a few months of a break, it's not hurting like it was. And I still haven't even got the second part of my root canal done. That's gonna cost me $600 out of pocket. No insurance is covering it. But I had to push back on that for my Beyonce tickets, okay? I had to do it. So that's, I don't even know when I'm about to do that because everything else is like more important to me, kind of, sort of, in a way. Have to get all these electronics and things that I'm trying to get so I can do videos and start this like company that I'm trying to start. So there's a lot going on with having to pay for that tooth versus paying for other stuff. Now let's go back to me at Speedway. So Speedway, I said I was drinking all my stuff, and that's where I was working at first, down in Athens. So I was so like broke, y'all, that in order to eat at work on a daily basis and things like that, I was using my Speedway points to eat. I had like 13,000 points or something on my Speedway card, and I was using the points every day to get pizza or to get the coffee or to get the Speedway drinks or to get whatever I could with it. I wasn't like actually buying food with real money. So that's how broke I was, okay? The struggle. So, okay, jump back to me being in Columbus. So I'm back in Columbus. So I'm just working. What else am I doing other than working? I am networking, going out to events, meeting people, and I've met so many people in just like 7-8 months. It's really ridiculous. Like just last weekend. So what's today? Today is May 24th. Let me double check. Yes. No, not May. June 24th. June 24th. So even just like last weekend, I went to Atlanta with these two dudes that three dudes that I met. Cardo, House, and Barry. What's it? So I went to Atlanta with them, and they had a show down there, and then I met a whole bunch of people that were at that show, and a whole lot of people traveled to go perform at that show. So I met people from all these different states, gave a few people my card, told them, you know, I'm trying to do this new company where I'm making original content for artists, specifically in the Midwest, and then I'm gonna branch out after that. So got to meet a lot of people, been doing that, networking, meeting people, going to shows, events. So that's really what I do on my downtime when I'm not at work. So now at work, I'm actually working mornings 8:30 to 7:30, 10-hour shifts, and I get an hour lunch. But I was working 3:45 p.m. to 1:15 a.m. because you got extra pay, and that was what they offered me, and I needed a job, so I took it. But I'm on a new schedule now. And once again, I told you guys that I applied for graduation. So of course, if you apply for graduation, that means you about to walk across the stage. So finally, after 5 years of imagining walking across the stage, it finally happened. And I'm gonna have a graduation story for you guys, so I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but just know that April 29th and April 30th, your girl walked across the stage, OU 2016 grad, and it was just so nice. So there was like a multicultural graduation on the 29th at night called Kashinda, and then in the morning on the 30th was the university graduation for my college and a few other colleges. Then there was one like at 12 p.m. that day, but that wasn't mine. It was another one for the rest of the colleges at the university. But mine was in the morning, and my whole, well, not my whole family, but like of course all my immediate family, my brother, sister, little sister, mom, dad, stepmom were there, and then also my stepsister, well, half sister, and she was there, her kids were there, my nieces, My little nephew Jojo was there, my little sister's baby. Who else was there? My other niece, Caitlin. She one of my stepsisters' kids. And I feel like that was it. So that was everybody that came to the graduation, and it was just everything. My makeup was everything, my hair was everything. Y'all don't understand how much overtime I worked. To get what I needed. Y'all don't want to know what I spent on this lace front that I wore, okay? This lace front though, let me get her for you. Let me get her. This girl right here, all 16 inches, okay? She cost money, okay? She's no joke, okay? No joke. But I also got this from, what's her name? Raven Elise TV. So Raven, I picked the wig that she had. So this is the exact same wig that she has had for like, seems like a year, almost a year and a half now. And it's a really nice wig. I think it's Malaysian hair, I'm not sure. I'll put details in the description bar and link a video of her showing this wig. Because that's what I watched to pick this wig. And my sister cut layers into it and curled it. Like, my little sister was my personal stylist for graduation, and she's gonna be my personal stylist for everything. She's my personal stylist on the weekend. I don't be playing. So graduation was bomb. I'm gonna have a graduation outfit video and a graduation story video, so stay on the lookout for that. So I graduated, then pretty much other than graduation, getting a new job, dropping out of school, I just been networking and thinking about my future and what everything I need to do, everything I need to get. I'm still continuing to work so much overtime. Like, the max amount of overtime you can have in a pay period is 30. Last pay period, which is actually today, like I just got paid for it today, I worked 24 and a half hours of overtime. So I'm about to actually work only 15 hours of overtime for this next pay period. But next pay period, which is on July 8th, I'm about to get me a new Mac laptop. Your girl is flexing. Like, y'all don't understand how excited I am. Like, I'm so excited, I can't contain myself. Anyway, so that's one of the things I need to do to further myself, and as far as what I want to do with my life is get me a new laptop. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the 6D Canon. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the 6D. I really need to get it before August, because the same people that I went to Atlanta with just last weekend, I'm supposed to be going on tour with them a few times in August. They have like a tour they're going to be on in August, and they want me to take pictures and videos and things like that. And I need this camera for when I go, instead of using my little sister's camera, which is a T3i Canon, like I am right now. And so I definitely need to hurry up and do that and figure out how I'm going to do that and just continue to work overtime, because really that's the only way everything's going to work necessarily. I've already saved so much money in general, which is for my apartment. How could I forget to tell y'all about my apartment? So another big thing actually is my apartment, and let me tell you, it's just so crazy, because I always hear people talking about getting an apartment and they're like, oh, I had to wait so long to get approved. So I'm thinking, oh my god, like, it could take forever for me to get approved for this apartment. What am I gonna do? So first of all, it's already taken forever to find an apartment. Out of desperation, I called this place that I wanted in the first place. So I called them a long time ago, and they said they didn't have anything available. So when I called them again, I said, okay, well, actually I had time before work. It's literally 10 minutes away from my job. So I was like, let me go look at the apartment. So I went over there, I went and looked, and on the phone he kind of told me that there really wasn't anything available. But why, after I look at the apartment and I talk to him and tell him like a little bit about myself, like, oh, I just graduated from college, da 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 da, he tell me something's available. So I'm like, really, what it was is that he wanted to know who was moving into his apartment. That's what he wanted to know. So once he saw me, I told him where I worked and all that type of stuff. I think he was cool. So he said, okay, if you do the application tonight, I'll run your credit report in the morning. And that's the thing. He said the thing that's gonna make it or break me getting the apartment is, or anybody getting the apartment, is you have to have a 650 credit score or above. So as far as I know, my credit score is above that. So I was like, okay, no problem. But I wasn't sure because I had just got a credit card. I mean, I've been doing what I need to do with the credit card. So I was like, I don't see how it could have went down, but you never know. And it took me like 3 hours that night to do the application, and asking so many questions and wanted so much stuff. I was like, who in the world does an application like this? So finished the application. All morning I'm sitting there just waiting to get a call. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my laundry. So when I get back to my phone after doing my laundry, I have a missed call and a message. So I listen to the message, and then it's the man. He's like, so we did your credit report and you've been approved. I was like, yes. I was so happy. I was so happy. Y'all don't even understand. So I was like, he was like, you can bring your $300 deposit whenever, da 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 da. I called him back like, I'm bringing my deposit today. And he also told me like, oh, moving's gonna be August 1st. I was like, ugh. And then he said, do you want to move in August 1st or do you want to move in earlier? I was like, the earliest I can move in. And he was like, hold on. He said, what about July 22nd? I said, yes. And he said, are you sure? I said, I am so sure. So sure. And so they told me how much it's going to be like prorated for July and everything. I'm fine with paying it. Boom, got my own place. Don't care how much it costs. Don't care. So I was so happy. So yes, that's a big thing. And sorry you guys if this is like all over the place as far as my story, but this is just everything that's been happening, and it's a lot, so I can't really keep track because a lot of things have been happening at the same time as everything else. So sorry, but yeah, that's a big thing. Getting my apartment July 22nd. I'm moving in, about to have videos about that whole process and what I'm doing, what I'm buying, all of that. So stay tuned for that too. So as I was saying, you know, I've been trying to get stuff for my career. I'm trying to start this company where I make original content for artists, but specifically in the Midwest. And then I want to branch out. I'm trying to get my name trademarked and get my what is it called? Not slogan, my logo trademarked. The dude that I want to do my logo isn't emailing me back, so I'm like, bruh, I kinda trying to pay you or whatever, but that's okay. So hopefully he emails me back. What else? So need to get a camera, getting my laptop, and then, you know, all other little small stuff that goes with that. That's pretty, I feel like that's pretty much it. I hope I'm not really missing anything. So that's everything, you guys. Just wanted to give you an update and let you know what's been going on and why I haven't been on here. It's just everything is crazy, and I've been sleeping, but I really barely been sleeping as much as I could or should, but because of everything going on. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoy just hearing my story and what's going on. Hopefully this video is not too long. If you do like the video and want to get updates and see more videos and vlogs and whatnot, please thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe.